Hi, it is August and time for this month's card kit with Lisa. I am a Fun Stampers Journey coach. You can find me obviously here on this Facebook page. I also have a blog, Delightful Cards blog at blogspot.com. Sorry, just getting used to that one, but you'll find lots of fun ideas on there as well, and also on my website at funstampersjourney.lbarker. So let me show you what we're going to create this month. We are using two really fun stamp sets. We are using what's called Color Pop, and we are also using Tangle Flower. So we're going to start by making this really cute card, and the sentiment on it is, you color my world. Lots of people you can send that to. You could send it as a birthday card. You could send it just as a thinking of you card. We're going to start with the Denim Days cardstock for our base. And then we are going to, so I can demo this quickly, I'm going to make a little noise and pull that off for you. I'm going to demo how we make this really cool background. Now, a lot of times when you stamp, you're going to put the stamp down onto your paper. A little tip, when you're using a very large stamp, as this is, and it covers a very large area, you want to do it a little bit backwards. So you're going to ink up your pad, your stamp. Make sure you get it fully covered. You can tell by looking at it. And then instead of taking it to the paper, bring the paper to your stamp, just like that. And also just fold your paper over and press it down. And it's going to give you a much better impression. And then if you just pull that off, there is your card. So rather than go to the paper, take the paper to your stamp on these larger size stamps, and you'll get a really nice impression. We're going to use something really fun that Fun Stampers Journey has, and that is these sponge daubers. And I've used daubers in the past when I've done cards, but I really like these. They come in two sizes, our small and our large, but they Velcro. So instead of having to put your finger in or move it around, you've got a lot of control with these and the Velcro. The other thing I like is I just picked up a bead organizing kit, and I keep my sponges so that I can use them again, and then I will eventually have to replace them, but at the moment I can just pick them up and they are good to go. So let me show you how we're going to make this really cool background. Okay. Make sure I don't mix my inks, and I got the right one with the right one. The first one we're going to start with is called Cool Pool. And you're going to take your dauber to your ink pad and just put some ink on it, and then simply start lightly sponging on your card. That's all you're going to do. And you can do it in different areas on the card. You can mix. I'm going to add another color called Sweet Pear. And I didn't want that dauber. I want the Sweet Pear that I've already used. Nothing like being on camera. And I'm going to go up along here. I'm going to come across here. And as you can see, hopefully from the camera, you're getting some colors onto your card. Okay? Now I'm going to add the yellow. Actually, it is yellow, but the banana cream is the proper name for it. And we're going to fill in here. We're going to go up here. And you can make this as light or as dark as you want based on how much pressure you apply with the dauber. Okay, so you can see where I went much darker here, a little bit lighter there. I'm going to come down here, make this flower, a little banana cream, get it all daubed in. And I've still got a little spot there, and because I've got so much of the Cool Pool, I'm going to add a little bit of the Sweet Pear just to finish it off. I'm going to get it right up there. And I see a little bit of white that I don't like, because you know, if you watch my videos, I'm very perfectionist about it. So I'm going to fill in that hole there, and I'm going to do just a little dauber up there. Now I'm going to put the lids on all my inks so that I don't have to get my fingers back in them. The nice thing about these daubers is that you can then just put them in here. This is how I store them, and they're ready for the next time. Now eventually, like I said, they will wear out and you'll have to replace them, but that's a great use of the daubers. You could use I have a label maker. I received it as a birthday gift from my son, so I have a lot of fun. I'm able to kind of label all of my things, but you could use masking tape or a little plastic, sticky note, any way you want to label those if that's a technique for you. And then you just have your daubers and you're good to go. So there we have the real pretty background. I'm going to swap it out for one that has dried just a smidge. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add these cute little banner accents at the top right here, okay? And they are, to create these, all you have to do if you want to get a center cut is just kind of cut right up the middle of your cardstock a line and then align your V's to it, and that will help you get a straight cut. Go ahead and add the blue in the top, flush with this card, and about 1/8 of an inch off to the side right there, okay? Then I have a banana cream piece that I'm going to do the same thing with. I'm going to overlap it just barely with the blue. And you can see they're different widths as well. And I did that on purpose to give it some dimension. Then I'm going to add some Cool Pool sparkle tape. And I love the sparkle tape because I don't need scissors. I can just cut it off with my finger. But I'm going to do the same thing with it. I'm going to get it straight there, I'm going to go right down the middle, and then I'm going to cut it into that V so that all 3 of my V's match on this card. I have to get off my fingers there. And I want it to be in the middle of the other 2, and I want it to be a different length. You can cut this off, or I have no problem just tucking it behind the card there. The other thing I will tell you, this stuff is great. If you make a mistake, you can pull it off and re-stick it without damaging your card, which is another really nice benefit. The next thing I'm going to do is take our silver twine, and I'm going to wrap it around the card twice. So I'm going to go around this base of the card, and I'm going to leave myself room to tie here. So let me start over. Once and twice around. And then I'm going to come underneath the 2 pieces of string here. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, we got that. And I'm going to knot it. And then at the moment, I'm kind of on a kick for what I call a side bow. So rather than a bow that goes across, I'm going to bring my bow top up here. I'm going to loop it, bring it down through there. And it's just a different look on the card because your bow is going a different direction. And then of course I'm going to trim the string off. Okay. And you can bunch these up, or if you want to, you can fan them out into a V. It really depends on the look that you want with the card. You can see if I bring them close together, it's a whole different look. There's that look. And then we've got the V look, okay? And I think for this one, I'm just gonna leave it together. Then I'm gonna take this card and I'm going to mount it with our tape onto our Denim Day base, just like that, okay? And that pulls that all together. Then you have a really cute, I used our scallop punch, and you know I can't do anything without some mounting tape, so we're gonna use the foam squares, and we're going to pop it up right over our 3 little banner tops there, okay? The last thing we're going to do, because you know I need some bling, we're going to add some of the Fun Stampers Journey rhinestones. And I'm going to put them in just 3 of the cards, okay, to add that little pop of shine. And there is your first card completely done. Now, if this is too dark on the inside, you could take a piece of cardstock, you could take a piece of white type paper, you could just tape it on the inside and then write your message, okay? That's a really fun card. All right, now we're going to make another card. And again, this is coming from the ColourPop, and it says, "Life is art, live yours in color." And we are using the same this same Tangle Flower stamp, but we're doing rich coral onto watermelon cardstock. And I've already stamped it because I want to be sensitive to the time we're using with the video. So I have already stamped that one on there. Then I stamped some rich coral onto rich coral, and it is a 1.5 inch strip. And then I did the same, this is citrus, and I used Tangerine Fusion ink, so it's a little bit darker and shows up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick these on the Watermelon Fusion to give it that striped look. I'm gonna start on the right edge, and I'm just gonna go flush to the top, bottom, and the side of the card, just like that. That's all I'm gonna do. And it's flush to the card. Then I'm gonna take the red piece. I know if somebody's watching, they'll say, you should use the proper colors, names on all your cards, but I'll be honest, there's so many fun ones, and keeping them all straight sometimes, they all kind of blend together. And then I put that second strip on there, and that gives you just a little strip there for your Watermelon Fusion, okay? I used a really cool, actually let's do this first. We're gonna add some pink sparkle, okay? And again, this is our sparkle tape. Okay, the pink is really, there we go. And again, it comes apart incredibly easy. You can, it's up to you. You can do a straight line, you can do a torn look, you can even do a diagonal look with this if you wanted to, okay? I'm gonna go for kind of a torn, and I'm gonna put it right in the middle over that card there, the pink and the red. And again, if it's not in the right spot, feel free to pull it up. It works really, really well that way. The next thing I'm gonna do is I have used our Journey Oval die, and it comes with one inside the other. I'm gonna put it here so you can see it. And you don't have to use them both. One will just cut out an oval. If you put the matching one inside, you're gonna get the really fun little dots all the way around it. And there's a set of 10, so there's 5 different sizes. And those dies, you can, very versatile, you can do just so much with these. So what I'm gonna do now, and yes, this is what you do. If you make a mistake on one side, you turn it over and stamp on the other side. Works really well, saves you paper, and nobody knows you made a mistake. That's gonna go right across your pink strip right there on your card. The next thing, oh my goodness, this is one of my favorite things. They came out with at convention a baby envelope die. This thing is so fun, and I have used it so many different ways. I just have to show it to you. It's just a little die, very small, but it folds into, okay, and I made it with our Turbo Teal. It's a cutout. It's just darling. It's a mini envelope, okay? And what you can do is you fold it, and you can glue it, and you could put a little piece of paper or have a little message or something coming out of it, or you can completely glue it down. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? I'm telling you, it's so fun. So I went ahead and glued mine, and I'm going to, because you know I have to do something that's raised up, I'm gonna pop my little envelope up for a little dimension, and it's gonna go right down here in the corner of the card there, okay? Then I'm gonna take the whipped cream cardstock that we use, and I'm ready to stick the card down, okay? And I don't put tape everywhere. I just kind of use it sparingly, save my tape. But it's gonna go right on top with just that little white edge. The white edge ties to your white there. Then I'm gonna take our Fun Stampers Journey hole punch that creates little hearts. And I'm gonna pop out a little heart, and these are tiny, tiny hearts. I'm gonna use our Journey Glaze. Love our Journey Glaze. This is the most versatile stuff. It's like super glue. You can use it for things around the house. But I am using it, but I'm using a little tiny one that I have right now. And right in the center of my envelope, I'm gonna put a little tiny heart. And don't worry, there's a lot of glue on there, but it'll dry clear and you won't even see it. Then I'm gonna add, for a little extra bling, we have what are called rainbow dots. And they come in 3 different sizes and multi-colors. And we're gonna add 2 different sizes of the orange ones. We're gonna add a medium and a small. And we're gonna stick those down in the corner here. 1, and they stick with the Journey glaze as well, and they will dry clear through. My finger is a little sticky. And we're gonna do a second one right there. Okay, but we need another one up in the top. And so what I decided to do was use one of our larger, so that we have 3 different sizes on the card. And because it's on the orange, I'm gonna pop a red piece, which is gonna tie to our red there and pull that in and tie to our red heart. Those Journey or Rainbow Drops by Fun Stampers Journey are a lot of fun for accenting your card. So that is your completed card number 2. Both of these sets, let me show you what else I did, because these are fun cards. This one is another card that I did. I used the same flower tangle. I used a different technique for coloring it in, some of our silver paper, and this one says color outside the lines. Made this one at convention. It was a lot of fun. This is another card, and I cannot take credit for this card. I have to give my upline Becky credit. She designed it, and I borrowed the idea, but be a pop of color in a black and white world. This is a really cute one. I embossed it and I used our ink splat as a background in multiple colors. The last thing I want to show you, because I think this set is pretty versatile, is this is a great little treat bag if you're needing something. I filled this particular one with Skittles, but you could fill it with M&Ms, all kinds of things. And it just says, "You color my world." And it'd be a great little party favor or any kind of little treat that you need. And then this took me back to my youth when I was at the grocery store. Who remembers the striped zebra juicy fruit gum? When I saw this, it just screamed to me that I had to do a "You Color My World" and maybe give this out to somebody that might need just a little day brightener. The other thing I was thinking is what a great idea you could do with this set for a child's birthday party. You could wrap up a box of crayons on a coloring book. You could make a cute card. Any of these would work for arts and crafts types of gift. You could really do a gift bag, create a gift card, do some really fun things with it. So those are my cards for this month. Questions or anything that you need help with, just give me a shout and let me know, and I'd be happy to help you. I will be back in September with another fun project for you. See you then, guys. Thanks for watching.